I am very sorry about that. It looks like the stream decided just to end by itself. That's a great start to the day, isn't it? Well, um, I'm gonna probably wait about a minute to let people start trickling back in again. I apologise once more for that. Don't want the stream just ended, but the premise of this stream, covering the big announcements as well. The premise of the stream is also to cover why stablecoins is going to be so big for Kaspa. I really have no idea what my technology is being all over the place right now. I cannot understand why it decided to do that just there. But I mean, hopefully everyone starts joining back in very, very soon. I apologise once again, people. I think I need to upgrade my PC. I need to fix this old stuff up right now. I completely lost my train of thought as well now. Wow. Okay. Well. Gosh. Okay. So, anyways, let's restart this again. Right. So, right now. Right now, we can see Kaspa's down to 11.7 cents, down at 1.87% daily time frame, and I do believe that there's a chance Kaspa to come down a little bit further. Currently, I'm holding on my conviction to be around 11 cents. This zone here is where I'd like to believe the bottom of Kaspa could be, but it depends on how far back Bitcoin corrects as well. If Bitcoin corrects to this 92k level of support again and holds, I think that Kaspa will hold at 11 cents. If it goes further, then I think Kaspa will correct further as well. Now, but for me, Kaspa, I think can still make top 10 cycle potentially, depending on where these other projects, crypto projects, can soar to in the cycle as well. The biggest one, Cardano right now is number 9. You've got Avalanche and Tron and Chainlink that all are in contention, if you will, to maybe make top 10. Look at the market cap as well for Avalanche as well, and it's all time. That's also around 30 billion. So effectively, for Kaspa to become a top 10 this cycle, it would have to be, for safekeep, just say it's a $50 billion market cap. So the question is, can Kaspa reach $50 billion market cap in this cycle? Meaning it only has to reach $2. I think there's a possibility of that. That has been my conservative prediction for Kaspa since I've started doing these streams. I've been saying $2 is my conservative prediction. It may not reach that, but for me, $2 conservative, 4 is my average, and anything above that would be fantastic. But as we can see here, we've got a lot of big things coming for Kaspa right now. One of the reasons why I remain bullish on Kaspa throughout the whole time is, as a message from the fudders to the fudders here, as Tommy puts it here, for Binance wise, Kaspa's on Binance Futures. They've got a mining pool on Binance Wallet for Kaspa on CoinMarketCap. They're going to be free mining until January 28th, and the mining pool reward is happening as well. There's a lot of connections to Kaspa and Binance to where the launching between the two should be, the spot listing for Kaspa on Binance should happen very, very soon. Time, again, we can't say for sure, but there's no doubt in my mind that Binance will list Kaspa this cycle, and that will be a key catalyst towards Kaspa price action. But a bigger catalyst, in my belief, is what stablecoins will do for Kaspa and its price going forward. We've got this post here, one of many posts I'm going to source it in this video. I'm going to showcase. We've got here from the Federal Reserve, right? You can see here, stablecoins' primary role is to provide media of exchange, so payments, within the digital asset ecosystem, a role they serve because of their utility, so blockchains. Over 80% of trade volume on major centralized exchanges involve stablecoins as part of the traded pair. Stablecoins are a crucial part to transactions. That is why you're seeing worldwide everybody going manic to list their own stablecoins, as Harvard puts it in their post. In August 2024, so 4 months ago now, they stated that stablecoins had the potential to rewire the global financial system. In doing so, they could allow software to eat banking and financial services, sectors left relatively untouched by the internet, but they could also displace legacy payment systems and credit card networks such as Swift, Visa, and MasterCard. Stablecoins are very, very important, and there is a race to dominate this market. That's why Ripple released their stablecoin. That's why you've got Circle being more frequent with their developments and upgrades and announcements regarding stablecoins as well. There's a lot more coming regarding stablecoins in this space. That's why you're seeing more institutions list more and more as well. But not to mention as well, we've got more posts here. Democrats, Republicans, and Trump will work together to pass crypto legislation as in early 2025, seemingly the date being January 3rd, if you can see down here, because that's been the date that the 119th Congress should schedule to reconvene. So we could see legislations come through very, very quickly, and right now Institutions are watching very closely on the digital asset market infrastructure bill, so FIT21, and the stablecoin bill, both which are expected to be passed shortly after the 3rd of January, the day Congress reconvenes. So, one of many announcements. Again, I'll probably have to really go through all of this. I'm still frazzled from doing that earlier. But you can see here as well, the smart money, so institutions, Wall Street, we expect that the US will catch up with most of the world by passing stablecoin regulations. Furthermore, Trump's administration and Republican Congress are expected to move forward 2 major bills with minimal opposition, being stablecoin bill and the FIT21 bill, because it's a majority vote that's all needed. And all institutions right now, they want these bills coming through. The United Kingdom, stablecoin and staking legislation is meant to be passing early 2025 as well. I'll come back to all this in a moment. I'm just listing it off so you can see what's happening in the space. And then JP Morgan here as well. These stablecoin issuers who have adhered closely to existing regulations will benefit from the upcoming regulatory crackdown and gain market share. Once more, I'll circle back to this later on, but all you need to understand from this post, from the current source I've showed you, stablecoins are very important in the current market we're in and the future monetary system, because right now everything's going to be going on blockchain. So stablecoins are going to become a crucially important aspect to financial systems going forward. And that's why you see institutions and companies wanting to accelerate their adoption of stablecoins, and why you're seeing a race to dominate it right now. And Kaspa, while late, will end up being part of this race. It's a late starter. It's got slow acceleration in comparison to other projects. If you imagine a 100-meter sprint right now, everyone's sprinting right now. XRP is currently in the lead. Tether's in the lead right now. They've had a head start. Circle's been following behind them. And Ripple's trying to catch up right now. Kaspa is probably giving like a 10-second head start, which is very, very late. But they're like the Flash. They're very, very quick. That's how I like to envision this sort of stuff happening right now. So don't go and get left behind as Kaspa puts out here, because roughly half a year since the first Rusty Kaspa stable version was released. Here's just a few more pools, last miners still on the go nodes, but when 10 BPS hits, these would be left behind. So they have to update to the hard fork version. That's what I mentioned. If you look at this here, this is the mining share, the node version. 0.15.1, that is the hard fork, that is the 10 BPS nodes. All of these are still on the go nodes. They're all going to have to move to Rusty, and 10 BPS is going to be a very integral part. And institutions and developers who want to develop their own stablecoins will be very, very happy to see 10 BPS on a decentralized platform as Kaspa, which has got high security due to their hash rate as well. You can see the hash rate actually spiked yesterday night to 1.58, another new all-time high. We could honestly see 2 EH by the end of January, like after having a whole, month of stability right here. Had a little dip down here, and it seemed like this dip down here was a catalyst to then start rallying again. Kaspa's hash rate started to rally higher and higher again. We're probably seeing more miners coming online. You're probably seeing a lot more coming out as well. But still, it's a very, very important thing to take into account what's coming for Kaspa. And and we've got here from one of the developers for Kasplex as well, the Coin Power Technical Advisor. Version 2.03 is ready for testnet at 10. Testnet at 10. There are 4 new ops, issue burns, blacklisting chown. The issuance mode will be supported. AMM is going to come up next. We'll be able to answer some more questions. And Christian Ludwig here, a key member, a key focal point, if you will, in the Kaspa community, being one of the key Kaspa miners. He says that all of this is all the functionality that Tether and Circle need for stablecoins on Kaspa. This, what they're talking about right now, is an integral part, an integral step to get stablecoins onto the Kaspa platform. And here from Kaspa Guru, kind of the leading topic of this stream today, which to an extent I agree with. I'll talk about it more. Stablecoins alone can position Kaspa amongst the top 10 cryptocurrencies. I've just showcased to you all. If you look at the ones that seemingly right now, again, you might see new projects reach top 10 this cycle based on, new gainers like Sui coming to the cycle for the first time as well. You might see Stellar and HBAR due to their institutional adoption coming up very, very quickly. It could be Link, Avalanche, Tron, any of these could be top 10. And who's going to be top 10 is hard to say. But if I'm basing it on the projects that have been in top 10, I can't base it on Sui because, again, Sui's not reached it before. But Sui could be a top 10 based on its first bull cycle, VC backing. I can't really judge Stellar per se. That could be one. This could be one also in top 10. But as you look at the ones that are currently or have been in top 10, you've got Tron, market cap. You've got Avalanche, market cap. And then you've got Chainlink, all of them looking at the market cap right now. You can see Chainlink peaked at 20 bill. Tron peaked at 37 bill. Avalanche peaked last cycle at 30 billion. So by that logic, therefore, a $40 billion market cap project would surpass the old cycle. But we've got more money in this cycle, so therefore I think 50 billion is the level we need to hit to see you reach into a top 10 project. So by that logic, you only need to see Kaspa hit 50 billion market cap. That is only a $2 Kaspa for you to see Kaspa reach top 10 this cycle. And I have been saying the whole time, Kaspa top 10 is definitely possible. While it's been slow moving for a year and very frustrating, for me, I still think that it is possible based on multiple developments, the Binance listing, of course, 10 BPS being a big factor as well, based on the stablecoin stuff I'll get into more so in a moment, but I'm going to answer the questions real quickly. That's why, while Kaspa price is down, I choose this. This is one, again, going to still come back into it, but why I choose to, at this point in time, just accumulate and DC into Kaspa as opposed to, get worried and get emotional and shake my conviction out of my bags, because I still believe Kaspa's got a much higher high to come in this cycle. Johnny Taco Outdoors, just finished your lives from Friday and Saturday. Now we're back again. Great to hear, my man. Thank you very much for catching up. Love to hear the dedication there, and hope you have a very, very good day, my man. What's up, Tony? Yeah, welcome back. And once more, I do apologise. Don't apologise what happens. Let's be together. That's the most important thing. I mean, yeah, true. I know these things happen, but either way, on behalf of, myself and I guess YouTube as well, I do apologise. The stream did go down, so I have had to quickly start that, but everything seems to be going okay right now. Hopefully it stays that way. And everyone who did ask, even people who were joining the last stream at the very beginning, welcome back. I apologise once more. But any questions you had, feel free to re-ask them. I apologise I don't have them up. Re-ask them and I'll try and get to them. Does someone know why you can't buy Kaspa from Kraken as a German customer? I can't say for sure, my man. Maybe Kraken's not available in Germany. I don't know. You could try to use VPN, that might be helpful. DD said I'm from Belgium and I bought 3 days ago on Kraken without VPN. Maybe it's a regulatory thing, because I know like in the United Kingdom, certain exchanges like MEXC, KuCoin and Binance, they all aren't available there. So if you made an account before the whole regulatory crackdown, if you will, from the United Kingdom came through, then you're okay. You have to use the VPN from that point onwards, but otherwise then you have to use the VPN probably. Anthony says, crypto mindset is going in really, really hard on all pro Kaspa compute YouTubers, saying you are all mentally ill and need long-term therapy. He's going hardcore, warning everyone on his recent videos. I am not sure who crypto mindset is. Actually, I think I might know who he is actually. Yeah, no, I know who he is. Yeah. I mean, that's his opinion. He's entitled to that opinion, he's entitled to that belief. There's nothing wrong with that belief. If he thinks everyone's mentally ill for being in Kaspa, that's fine. At the end of the day, it's up to you what you have your conviction in. For me right now, do I see Kaspa making gains in this cycle from its current position? Yes. Do I see Kaspa making its all-time high this cycle? Yes. All this sort of stuff happening right now in the space. Right now, the key element to me, which is what is so important as to why Kaspa's struggling, is this market is not the same as last market. What drives market supply? What drives a project is supply of demand. Quite simple. Last cycle, some cycles before that, it was all retail. What you needed to have was, big exchanges to the retail to get involved. Kaspa's not got that, but that's not yet. It's coming. We know it's coming. We know Binance is coming very, very soon. I'd imagine OKX will follow quite soon after, then Crypto.com, then Gemini, then Coinbase, and so on and so forth. We know those retail elements are going to come in. But also, this cycle's different. This cycle is ones that is driven by institutional adoption. That's why the ones that got big VC backend are doing very, very well. Ones that got massive connection to bankers and to governments like Ripple and XRP are now doing well following their lawsuit. That's why ETFs are doing so very well. I had a post here. ETFs have become and will continue to be a pivotal entry point for investors. Because keep in mind, ETFs, that's the way institutions get involved, but that's also the way that traditional investors, who are still retail, but traditional investors also get involved in crypto. Not everyone wants to go through Binance or Coinbase or the MEXCs or the L banks or even the more obscure ones. They want to go through those because it's just not how they roll. They want to have more trust, so they'll go through ETFs, therefore by a regulated entity. So ETFs are a way for institutions and also traditional investors to get involved into a crypto project. So ETFs are a very, very important factor, and once more it's documented here about the influence, and that's why you've seen Bitcoin again rally as high as 108k on the back of ETFs. They're now releasing they're now soon to be administering a Bitcoin and Ethereum combined ETF. And they'll likely see the likes of Litecoin probably get one. The likes of XRP get one, Solana get one, HBAR get one. You'll see many, many more coming out in the new year, in 2025. And you'll probably, in my belief, as I've mentioned in the last 3 streams and also in my most recent video as well, you most definitely will see Kaspa ETFs happening as well. You already got Kaspa ETPs. That's already happened. So for me, Kaspa's going to get more of that in the cycle as the project matures more and more and as the market develops more and more as well. So where he's saying that people are mentally ill for talking about Kaspa and being bullish on Kaspa, that's his opinion. If that's his opinion, he's welcome. He's entitled to that belief. I am just praying that, again, from when I watched his videos, his reasoning for hating Kaspa was price action based. That's my understanding of his content, which is fine. But again, this is me personally. If I'm watching content that's only based on TA, I don't care. I don't pay attention, because TA is just TA. TA is whatever. Anyone can try and do TA. TA is using, patterns to make an educated guess. But to know where projects like trajectory is going to go properly, TA is more of a short-term ideology. I like to think. Short-term, Kaspa has a chance to go down more so, yes, based on the current market sentiment with Bitcoin, with Ethereum, with what's happening right now. But once more, should Bitcoin start rallying, which there could be a chance of doing so, if it managed to rebound off the 92k support level, then we could see Kaspa probably start rallying with it. And Kaspa, for me, has a great path due to what is still to come. All these other projects in this space have their tier 1 listings. They have their VC backing. They have their institutional connections. They have their ETS coming or already launched. Kaspa hasn't got them yet, but we know a lot of them are coming this cycle. People who know me, who follow me for a while, know that I won't be the type of person to say, oh, I told you so, if, and in my belief, when Kaspa does start running. I won't be the one to say, I told you so. My response will probably be, this is why I do my research. That's all it is. All I do is research into Kaspa, all I do is research into crypto, and I make my educational guess while telling you it's not financial advice. You should do your own research, but I research into the project I like and I believe has good, potential, and I'm just explaining my beliefs on them. That's all these streams are. It's educational content to give you an understanding of my thought process. And once more, while Kaspa is struggling, I do think Kaspa's got a great pathway due to what's to come to it. Again, go back to stuff like the stablecoins here. So I'm now going to do a quick recap, if you will. So we got here, we know the KRI and what they're doing for Kaspa already. You have the gigawatt stablecoin coming out very, very soon. Requires ZK opcodes, requires smart contracts coming out therefore in 2025, next year. This gigawatt stablecoin is a Kaspa native stablecoin, one of the most exciting developments announced that will drive a zero carbon economy. And it's not just any other stablecoin like these other ones you have that only backed by the dollar and whatnot. It's a financial instrument specifically designed for the energy sector. So it actually has more use cases as well, as opposed to just a US dollar stablecoin. Or more just a stablecoin at least. Backed by real world assets, backed by renewable energy credits, carbon offsets, green bonds, physical energy infrastructure, basket of select fiat currency. Now, I'm not saying the energy sector is massive in terms of what it can do, but it's going to be a crucial element to get Kaspa tuned into another market. And again, they have many more projects on the horizon that require opcodes that are going to be launched on day one following these developments. I don't think I have it preloaded, unfortunately, but I've showcased in the past. There's a post where the KRI mentioned they have been building these projects for 10 years and not over a decade, and they just need Kaspa with ZK opcodes. So that will be in 2025. Now, then the question comes down to, will Kaspa therefore have these announcements coming out too late into the cycle where it misses? It's a valid question. We don't know when the cycle's going to top. It might top in Q1, might top in Q2, might have a double top. We might just top in Q4. We don't know. There's too many uncertainties in this market for us to judge it. All we can do is look at historical data and try and make educational guesses. That's ultimately why I still do these streams daily. Because it's a way for me to talk to you all, which I enjoy doing, but also is a way for me to kind of help bring the understanding of, everyone who says this, that, and the other, oh, Kaspa's a terrible project, they're basing it on their beliefs, but everything's a belief. There's nothing guaranteed in this space. institutions may decide, oh, you know what, we want Bitcoin to go to 1 million this year. They just pump it massively. Now, chances of that is basically zero, but there's nothing's guaranteed. We are not trillion-dollar asset managers. We haven't got the capital to influence the markets. Because if we did, let's face it, we wouldn't be here right now. You know, you wouldn't be listening to me. I may not be streaming. If I had trillion-dollar asset managers, why would I be streaming? I'm streaming because I find this stuff very, very informative. I really enjoy this sort of stuff. And, you know, it's stuff I'm excited about it. And I think everyone here, for the most part, shares the same sentiment as me. So if this was to be a message, I mean, it's a bit of a tangent. Again, I kind of got a bit off topic, but again, I'll come back into the more structured stream in a sec. But if there was to be a message to crypto mindset, if there was to be one, I'd just say, I hope you've done your research. I hope you have. Because if Kaspa ends up blowing off, goes to the 50 billion market cap, as I say it could reach, it's not going to be a good look for him, because he's telling all his people who is in his community, and everyone who even talk about Kaspa, that you're mentally ill. I've had nothing negative about crypto mindset. The most negative thing I've said, I think, is just that I don't agree with just TA-based research. I have not watched his videos in depth, so I can't say he does more. But what I have watched has just been TA-based. And if Kaspa does well, then it's not going to be a good look for him. I just hope, therefore, he takes accountability if this happens. Again, I'm not saying it will happen, but if it happens. QQ, respect, man. Keep them coming, you know it. Always here every day. Nice DD Belgium here too. Great to hear. Regardless, I've added 40k credit to my bag today and just over 200k coins. That's amazing, Tantony. Keep it on, my man. Looking very, very good. Try Nexo, but at the start of the Kas Spot launch, you couldn't withdraw, and now you definitely solved. You have to test. I mean, yeah, it's just a case of that as well. Did you look at Caesar's recent post? Really concerning. Is that on YouTube as well? Because I didn't. I think someone's told me about it a few times, but I've not looked at it because I have just been really preoccupied the past few days. I haven't. I don't know. I'm guessing it's. I'll be honest. I don't even know who this is. Which might be bad of me. I don't know who this is, but I have not seen the post. I mean, once more, by all means, please link it to me, and I'll have a look at it myself. But as it stands right now, I don't know. But anyways, I went a bit off tangent. Let's get into the more structure of the stream, shall we? So, big announcements right now for Kaspa. Why I don't sell Kaspa based on this development. One of many being this. Now, once more, going to the stablecoin element of things as well. Rusty Kaspa is going to be one big element of stablecoins. We are now seeing new developments come out that are going to be issued very, very soon that are crucial for the functionality of stablecoins like USDC and USDT on Kaspa. Right now, the only access we have to those are through Change Finance, which is CUSDT and CUSDC. But either way, this is going to be a crucial part to stablecoins coming to Kaspa, this development here, and you can see here, stablecoins alone can position Kaspa amongst the top 10 cryptocurrencies. The most used networks for sending USDT are currently Tron, Ethereum, and Solana. Kaspa will render these networks useless as it improves upon the security, speed, and cost and decentralization of sending stables. However, it won't be an immediate effect. Coinbase and other institutions must integrate Kaspa in order for mass adoption. Once they do, Kaspa will take 80% of stablecoin market share. Now, that is his belief. That is his belief completely. I do agree with elements of this. I do agree that these effects won't be immediate. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. It'll take some time. But what I do also agree with as well, that USDT, while there seems to be some woes about the project, about the stablecoin due to its lack of transparency and auditing, if you will, Tether is the largest stablecoin issuer in the world. I think Tether take up over 80% alone of stablecoin transactions right now. I think it's diminishing a bit, but they still take up a lot. But Kaspa, with stablecoins, with their own stablecoin being the Gigawatt, which they came out like recently in Abu Dhabi to talk about the Gigawatt stablecoin to their energy industry colleagues, which is a very, very good deal, and very well received as well. So the Gigawatt will be very, very big. So that will bring Kaspa into Kaspa's issued stablecoin to the energy sector being a very big deal. But also, with the developments happening right now, 10 BPS, these 4 new ops issue Burns, Blacklist, and Chown, and also smart contracts as well that will allow these other massive stablecoins, the likes of Tether, Circle, and many, many more, to be able to utilize Kaspa platform. And they're going to want to, in due time, they're going to want to utilize Kaspa platform because Kaspa's 10 BPS, so very, very quick, able to compete with other projects already, very quick, but also smart contract and being also decentralized proof of work, is going to have security equal to, if not better than, every other project in the space. Speed, similar sort of thing as well. Cost, we already seen the cost of Kaspa being very, very low. Of course, as the adoption was higher and higher, so will the cost. But Kaspa have already integrated other means to, you know, to work around that. The simple way is, if you want your transaction to go through quickly, you pay a higher fee. If you don't want it to go through quickly, or you just want to pay the low fee, then that's fine. You pay a lower fee for transactions, but you just got to understand it may take a lot longer to come through. But I mean, obviously there'll be more developments, I'm sure, coming out as time goes on. But Kaspa have already integrated some other, you know, mechanisms to make sure that you can see, you know, it being utilized and easy for everyone to use, whether you want to pay an extortionate more fee to get the stuff coming through as well. But because of how amazing that is, you know, also decentralization as well being a key reason why KR is involved with Kaspa, that is why these stablecoins will be like, oh, well, instead of this being on, you know, Ethereum for our stablecoin transaction, having to pay extortionate amount of money on the fees alone and that sort of stuff, we can go on Kaspa, where it's decentralized and more secure. It's going to be as quick, if not quicker, and also it's going to be much cheaper. That's going to be the gradual realization in the retail and in financial institutions regarding the blockchain and block DAG space. You're going to understand that, oh, actually, there is a massive benefit to utilizing a platform that is obviously got better security and it's faster and it's cheaper, of course, but also the fact it's decentralized, meaning they actually have another layer of protection because they're protected from government overreach and also bad actors. It's a very, very big deal. Gigawatt's one stablecoin that's going to be, you know, a Kaspa native stablecoin. You're going to see more stablecoins come to the Kaspa platform based on the developments with 10 BPS and the Kaspa DEX when it comes out in due time. So there's a lot more coming. I think I had more announcements here. But then again, this could quickly circle back once more to why stablecoins are so big. They make the majority of trading volume from major exchanges come from stablecoins. We're going to see a lot of these bills for stablecoins in America fast-tracked very, very soon. Within, you know, 2 weeks from now, this is when this reconvene will happen. So therefore, you potentially see stablecoins come through very, very soon. There was a post here, which I haven't preloaded, but I will load it now, where it's talking about Congress. You know, what is on the agenda, if you will. We see from Elena Ted, the Fox Business journalist here. She was at a meeting with staffers from the SEC commissioners, being Hester Pierce and Mark Yada. Ultimately, the list of priorities for each of the SEC divisions is laid out in a timeline from day 1 to day 90 of Trump's administration, pinpointing policy changes the industry feels would help kickstart a new, more positive relationship between crypto market participants and the agency. So ultimately, in the first month and a half, therefore, from January 20th till more so the end of Q1, you're going to see significant developments happening in this space for crypto to start taking off. Corporate finance, trading markets, enforcement, investment management, and OCA. Information once more is available in my Discord server, and the new SEC chairman, Paul Atkins, is pro-crypto and also has connections to Kaspa. While loose, the connections are still there, which is also a very, very big deal. Stablecoins can be very, very... We can see, look, again, what's happening to stablecoins. And stablecoins is more important than people give it credit for. There's a reason why XRP, Ripple, they launched their stablecoin right now. And they finally launched one because, again, it means that they can actually soak up more of the trading volume in the market. Imagine if the Ripple stablecoin, at least for the argument's sake, imagine if Ripple stablecoin, the RUSD, becomes more widely adopted than USDT. That will send XRP's price parabolic because you're seeing more volume coming through Ripple stablecoin. Ripple stablecoin trades on the XRP ledger, and the XRP ledger will utilize XRP as a gas fee. So as a result, the increased use of the stablecoin will also inherently help the value of the native asset as well. So Gigawatt, if it's used massively, and then more stablecoins come out for Kaspa as well, if stablecoins are issued massively on the platform, Kaspa being a gas fee on that platform will also happen more frequently. There'll be higher demand, while supply is also diminishing, therefore the price will go up as well. You know, there's a lot of, and that's what you're seeing worldwide. United Kingdom, you've seen it in Dubai, you've seen it in Hong Kong, you've seen it in Japan as well, you've seen it in the United States now, where they're actively trying to pass stablecoin bills. It's a race right now. Harvard document is a race for stablecoins right now. And those who benefit from from existing regulations will benefit and gain market share. And KRI, thanks to Rory O'Neill and everyone else there, they are attempting, or you probably already have done, they are creating a regulatory roundtable group from people in the United States, from Europe, from the MENA region, to make sure Kaspa and their project are compliant with regulations from day one. So once more, these developments, while slow, they are coming out, and stablecoins will be a very, very big deal. You know, in ETS equally, will be a big deal for Kaspa. The reason why Kaspa's not doing so well is because it's an early project. Of course, you could say the same thing for other projects, but again, it's organic, no VC backing, no pre-allocation, no the sort of stuff involved. And then every other project as well that has VC backing, even if it doesn't, they have institutional adoption in one way or the other. Kaspa has them, but they can't take effect on the market right now. They can't be market makers. KRI can help get Kaspa's name out there, but they can't pump the price of Kaspa, because the projects they have that would help Kaspa's price action can't be implemented without their opcodes, without smart contracts. ETFs are being considered for Kaspa, but they're not out yet. But when they come through, you'll see more traditional investors who probably are like that look at Bitcoin and want to get to Kaspa as well, and also institutions as well probably jump in and look at Kaspa as well. Why accepting Kaspa matters? Crypto isn't just for holding and trading, it's for living. The dream of using crypto to buy a coffee, dinner or drinks is becoming a reality, and Kaspa leading the way. That is with Wolfie's Bar. That's another benefit that Kaspa has over many other projects. A lot of these projects in this space have their VC backing, but they're seemingly their goal now is just to be utilized as an asset to trade and make money from. While Kaspa, that's kind of the goal. Investors want to do that as well. We want to make money from Kaspa and other cryptos as well. Kaspa is their goal is to be utilized as a form of currency. Their goal is long term. They have been building for 12 years. They released it 3 years ago, but they want to be utilized as a form of payment for like buying coffee, buying dinner, buying drinks, buying, other form of, items in the real world. That's what Kaspa is meant to be utilized for. The same way you use your native currency, whether it be sterling, pound sterling, whether it be dollars, whether it be, rupee, whether it be the euro, whatever it may be. That's what Kaspa's adhering to do it. And let's face it, the other projects in this space don't have that same goal. Projects like Sui, I don't know inherently what Sui is trying to achieve. I don't think Sui is trying to become a form of currency. The whole premise of crypto was meant to be a kind of a bit of a middle finger to the central banks who had kind of just taken over, but also to be used as a form of currency as well. Bitcoin tried it, failed because it's not scalable. You've got the likes of XRP and XLM who have now come to try and take that role because they have the technology seemingly to become a form of currency. Unfortunately, it's still centralized, which does then just make it another crypto that can be controlled by banks. But Kaspa is decentralized, so it can do that and more, and be what crypto was meant to be, decentralized currency. Of course, it's got a massive uphill task, but you can't put down development, you can't put down results. Kaspa's struggled, but it's proven itself time and time again with the results coming out with KRC20, all this other stuff as well. Small wallets are accumulating Kaspa faster than large wallets right now. This chart shows the accumulation rate of Kaspa from August to December 2024. The accumulation rate is provided by category of wallet size. In general, the smaller wallets, the faster the accumulation rate. So right now, Kaspa, we can see if we look at the addresses right now for Kaspa, you can see that actually the addresses of Kaspa are starting to rally up higher and higher. 564,000 addresses. The last time I checked this, it was 560. While this does look more red right now, I agree. It's just currently in the time frame I've been given when I'm showing this. But otherwise, we've been seeing this growing more and more. So we're seeing more addresses starting to pile up Kaspa. So we're seeing the adoption of Kaspa grow more and more as well. And this is why, we're seeing the adoption for Kaspa go higher and higher in terms of addresses. We're seeing the hash rate equally scale higher and higher. All these sort of developments, to me, I'm like, okay, so these are major developments. Why would I be worried about where Kaspa's going to go? Its price is struggling, yes, but the adoption for the project is not fading at all. If anything, the adoption for the project is still growing more and more. It's just the price is not accumulating with it. So once you get the developments coming out with 10 BPF, with smart contracts, with tier 1 listings, with ETFs, with stablecoins released, that will cause Kaspa to have the momentum needed to start rallying more so, and that could cause the breakout to be extremely volatile. Now Kaspa can probably break out before that. Now it sounds ridiculous, but think about it here. This whole cycle here, what really caused Kaspa to keep rallying and making new tops here? There'll cause some developments here and there. I'm sure we saw updates with Rust and whatnot. Not that I can completely remember, truth be told, but for the most part, this was just general developments. It kept going up, and now it's been stagnant. I mean, right now it's been stagnant for a whole year, a little over that, but no one was complaining about Kaspa, here, or here, or here. Now it's been down for 4, coming to 5 months, and now everyone's starting to get on Kaspa's case. Understandable. Again, I'm not disputing the sentiment that Kaspa's struggling right now. I understand the frustration people feel, especially those who probably got in around here, or even at the top up here. Even if you got in back here, right now you are down. I understand the sense behind that. The thing I want to also reiterate, which I think is an important thing to note, is while Kaspa is struggling, all-time high is down about 45%. Once more, take a step back. And I'm not saying take a step back and look at Kaspa's price. I mean, that yes, you can do. Kaspa's currently up almost 63,000% since its launch. But I mean, take a step back and look at other projects in comparison. Of course, some of them, like Sui, are doing very well, so you can't compare it to that. But look at ones that people are trying to compare Kaspa to. ADA, people are saying Kaspa should do better than what ADA did, Cardano did right now. Which I'm saying fair enough. Right now, Cardano is down 70% from its all-time high in the last cycle. Kaspa's only down 45 in comparison. Let's look at Litecoin being another proof of work. So another also relatively accurate connection to made to Kaspa. That's not the right Litecoin, I don't think. No, there you go. Look at Litecoin here. Litecoin equally down 72% from all-time highs. Two projects that are quite repeatedly compared to Kaspa, because one's a proof of work, Litecoin. The other one, people say that it should flip Cardano, which I do agree with. I think Kaspa, if you look at Cardano's chart in the cycle right now, if you look at Cardano's chart, Cardano in its first cycle, when it did this whole pump up here, it didn't have smart contracts like Kaspa didn't. And if you look at market cap as well, you saw Cardano in the span of December 25th, so Christmas Day, being at 4.76 billion market cap, which is just higher than Kaspa's right now. In the span of a month, go to 10. So it 3x'd, or it 2x'd. And then it went up parabolic from there as well. Kaspa right now, yes, while struggling, is at just short of 3 billion market cap right now. There's nothing saying that Kaspa can't decide just to go from 3 billion right now and jump to 6 over the Christmas period, or from December 25th to January 25th. The markets, we can't say for sure what's going to happen. My whole premise of me showing to you this is that it's a case of, while Kaspa's struggling right now, if you have lack of faith in the project, that's fine. You don't have to be in it. Suck your money elsewhere. Kaspa, if you've been holding Kaspa for the longest time, yes, you've probably been struggling. Then maybe it's worth you look into other projects. Maybe. If you want to just hold a project a long term and think it'll do well, I think Kaspa's a decent one for you. Well, it's not financial advice. I mean, me personally, I still hold Kaspa because I think it could be a very, very good project. But also, as I mentioned, I diversify my assets. That's actually one of the reasons recently why I made my own Discord server. I made my own server here. As you can see, I made the server here. You can join I've got a free Discord server where it's a community of everyone who, I'll be honest, not everyone even supports Kaspa in there. But either way, it's a community of everyone there who's just willing to and wanting to make more money. People on that server have no allocation of Kaspa at all right now because it's been so bad, and I get that. That's fine. I'm not saying if you don't like Kaspa, don't be here. Not at all. You're here to learn, I'd hope. That's fine. I made a server about that, a free server where you can just kind of interact with people and learn more about, other projects in this space. I also then decided to make a Patreon, a paid version, where, you know, you can actively learn how to make more money through other means, not just with Kaspa. You can learn about other ways to make money through trading. You learn even more informative information that can help devise more trading strategies. You can get market analysis and stuff from pro traders. And we're also going to start doing weekly live streams as well to give people a better insight of where we see the markets going and other stuff to come involved. Even portfolio insights. If you want help managing your portfolio, we can give you some insights on that as well. Kaspa is still the project I hold the most of and have a lot of belief in it, but I've made a lot of money through other means, whether it be through crypto means, whether it be through leverage trading other projects. And the profits I made from that, I've put it back into Kaspa because I still think Kaspa is going to do extremely well this cycle. While struggling, yes, I think Kaspa is still going to do very well this cycle based on all the stuff to come. In a few months, in a few weeks, by the end of the cycle. For me, the two biggest catalysts for Kaspa, the two biggest ones that I've mentioned in recent videos and whatnot, is the ETF potential, because again, right now the market is definitely being dominated by ETFs. They will come and will continue to play a pivotal entry point for investors. ETFs are huge. And also, it's the level of adoption Kaspa will see when their platform's more developed, which will be late, but it will happen in the cycle. And we've seen multiple occasions where projects, I'm trying to think of one on top of my head. I think Solana might have done it in the last cycle where it didn't do anything for a while and they had a very, very late rally. Look, October 21st here. You're seeing that. I mean, it rallied in March like every other project did, came down, sat here for a while, and then October 20th, it jumped up. It jumped up very quickly in a short time, so you can see a late rally of the project. Yeah, exactly. Don't let them shake you out. No way. I had a 5k this morning. Great to hear John Tacos. Looking very good, my man. 5k or fuck worth of Kaspa. 5k Kaspa. I mean, either way, it doesn't matter. You know, ultimately, if you have conviction in Kaspa, you fill in your bags. I respect it. I mean, the fact that you have the capital. I mean, some people don't have the capital to do so. So you know, either way, I respect it. Well done, my man. In 6 months, there will be a lot of Belgians and the rest of the world, but we have time to come. But we have come on time, and thanks to people like QC and others for their efforts. For us, for having done our homework too. I mean, yeah. I mean, ultimately, look at this as well. Another very, according to Watch Guru here, less than 7% of the global population is invested in crypto. And we are seeing central banks, governments, and other massive smart money institutions actively talk about and endorse crypto companies, partner with crypto companies. The comparison being made, what a very accurate comparison is, we are currently in a stage where crypto is for money or the internet was for information. When the idea of the internet first came out, they hated it, despised it, loathed it. And now look at it. You're listening to me right now on the internet through stuff you don't even understand, like IP addresses and stuff. You probably even understand what it means, like HTTP, a protocol. You don't understand what relevance or significance that has. Kaspa will end up becoming such a seamless platform in the future. You won't even realize you'll run it, but it will be there. It'll be quick. It'll be decentralized as well, giving you an extra layer of protection. And this, right now, probably over 90% of the population uses the internet. So while 7% right now, that's going to jump massively. That's why also, while crypto market cap is only at 3.28 trillion, and you're going to see a massive shift this cycle, especially going into the new year, if you're going to, the fact that you're in crypto at this point now, if you can be here for the next 2 or 3 cycles, and you're able to continue with these strategies that, you know, once more that I'm teaching in my servers, in the executive section, but equally stuff that we talk about in the free parts, like again, like stuff you learn more and more, it'll help you massively in this space. Again, stuff that I provided, stuff that I've learned from the failures I did in last cycle. I actually was fortunate to end profitable last cycle, not by a massive margin, but still profitable. I had some decent trades. I got on some good projects. I found the right people, and I wanted to be a voice of reason, if you will, to help people understand that there are times where you do need to be more, what's the word I'm looking for? A bit more reactive, right? Sometimes there are times, like again, a lot of people got into Bitcoin in the top of last cycle. They weren't reactive enough, and then it just dumped because it was the top of the cycle, and they had to hold the whole time or sell at a loss. It's understanding when is the time you need to consider taking profits, what projects it is that's probably worth looking into, and also that the biggest part is understanding, the just the element of just not being emotional, being logical, and also using that logic to act on other people's emotions. Because everyone right now, especially those who are flooding Kaspa, they're emotional about Kaspa, and I get it. But me as a logical investor, I'm like, okay, what's changed about Kaspa? What's everyone hating Kaspa? Its prices come down. Okay, fair enough. Anything else? Anything bad that the developers said? Anything failed from the project? No? Oh, so it's just price action. Everyone's flooding Kaspa because of the price action. Oh, okay, so that's fine then. Right. Is the price action going to come back? What are they going to bring out? Stablecoins, that's quite big. Potential ETFs, we got to do ETPs. That'd be quite a big thing. Binance pretty much confirmed. Pretty much. Again, not guaranteed, but I mean, we've seen there's so much connections to where it's basically inevitable. Yeah, the price will come back. And then some. So I still stay strong on conviction for Kaspa. And again, the talk of the post here from Kaspa Guru saying Kaspa can be a top 10. Obviously, he's stating, these things won't happen immediately. This will allow Kaspa to become a top 10 crypto. He's not saying this cycle. I'm asking the question potentially could happen this cycle. Because right now, again, if we look at the top 10 crypto projects, should they remain a similar top 10, we should see it be about a 50 billion market cap. Again, in saying that, the last cycle, maybe I'm mistaken, but I think Cardano was a top 10 last cycle, and it was at 100 billion. And I don't know if that was number 10 or not. So can Kaspa reach top 10 this cycle? I think that's a possibility. If the top 10 is 50 billion, it could be a lot more, considering they're going to get ETFs coming involved. So we can see Bitcoin reach 3 trillion market cap, Ethereum reach, high 100 billions, and then you'll see, everything else probably trickle down with other ETFs coming out. You see ETFs coming out for XRP, coming out for Solana, coming out for Cardano, you see coming out for Tron as well, Avalanche, probably Chainlink. I'd imagine you'll see stuff coming out for Sui. You'll see stuff coming out for Tau, Hedera, HBAR, definitely XLM, DOT, potentially. There are many projects here that are going to probably get ETFs. Institutions want to get access to them. More adoption to crypto. And then, while potentially late, I do personally believe that Kaspa will also be one that gets ETFs. And with what they're developing, will do very well as well. Here is just a small glimpse of the history of proof of work, and how Kaspa not only embodies the initial innovation, but is taking it to the next level. Kaspa will usher in the next stage of financial and digital ledger technology. This whole post here from Luke, a Kaspa ambassador, who's a crypto miner. Information once more will be available on my Discord server. Go check it out there if you want to. I'll leave a link to it, to the free Discord server in the chat right now, also to the paid one, those who are interested and want to find out more about, trading strategies and how to actually make money. That's what we're teaching in there. And equally, then there are other means to make money as well through the likes of KRC20. You've got Kaspa Ghost making more and more announcements. They're talking about a lot of stuff they're brewing right now, elevating social media strategies, expanding the app ecosystem, major partnerships taking shape, big players in the Web3 are starting to take notice and wanted to collaborate with Kaspa Ghost, board recognition ahead, and Web3 investment firms on board. Kaspa Ghost, that's why one of the projects I actually like for KRC20 is Kaspa Ghost. And I think it's because of what is due to come. It's early stages, all Kaspa is early stages, that's all it is. But you have those who have been in crypto for the last cycle will know that some projects do terribly all the way up to the last 3 weeks, and then out of nowhere it's like they just have a down of Red Bull and just start going parabolic, going high off caffeine. And I think Kaspa's going to be similar to that stage right now, because a lot of their big developments are happening later. The main one that's going to be a big market move for Kaspa is the smart contracts. For retail elements, it's tier 1 listings, but smart contracts will let the KRI get more involved, let developers get involved, let the likes of USDT start to probably migrate from being solely on Tron, Ethereum, and Sol. The majority of those ones to then start migrating in due time slowly to Kaspa because of its benefits. The institutional conversation around crypto at the moment, the end of the 4-year cycle. Institutions are reshaping the crypto market narrative, moving away from the traditional 4-year cycle. There's a belief right now And once more, not financial advice, but it's a belief right now that we might see the traditional 4-year cycle, every Bitcoin halving, come to an end because institutions want to send Bitcoin and crypto much higher to make more money to incorporate it into the financial system. The cycle, while driven by Bitcoin halving and retail speculation, no longer defines the broader market as institutions focus on macro trends, regulatory shifts, and real-world adoption. While investors, us, wait for familiar patterns, institutions are driving new strategies around stablecoins, tokenized assets, and blockchain infrastructure. That's why I don't solely trust on patterns and TA. Everything I showcase in my streams, I talk about these elements because they're still important. I do look at the stock, it's still important, but I don't treat anything if I read as the holy grail. I use it as guiders, as placeholders for me to help understand what's happening. I do understand, and I say understand as much as I can understand because I'm not an institution again, but I acknowledge the belief that institutions don't want this forced cycle thing to happen anymore. They might want it to just be a pump straight away. So I have to wait and see. If the payments being a crucial element of blockchain as well is taken off in the United States very, very soon with the Fed now. President-elect Donald Trump says he'll deliver the largest tax cuts in the history of the country, meaning more money will be allowed to flood into crypto. Crypto, for me, is not done for. It's due to go much, much higher. And Kaspa, while, yes, struggling in action, I don't think it's done for at all. No way near. So if really RSIV says all time frames will be ready. I mean, equally, yeah, TA stuff aside, like I think Kaspa is due for a rally. When I can't say for sure. But Kaspa, for where it's been right now, if Kaspa holds above here and doesn't drop below 10 cents, based on your market structure and patterns, that's a major bullish indicator because it's not made a lower low. If Kaspa holds above and does not go below 10 cents, that will be a major indicator. It's not made a lower low. But that's again based on elements of TA and market patterns. I'm judging I use this information here to judge. This is a very, very strong zone level of support for Kaspa here. A very strong level right here because you see it rebound of 10 cents quite frequently. But I choose to deduce my methods of where Kaspa is going to go based on stuff where Bitcoin's going, stuff like happening in America and regulatory shifts and stablecoin bills and all this sort of stuff as well. You know, this information here is important. What's happening in the stablecoin market equally is important. Conan right now being the so-called strongest trading, in terms of trading volume, strongest dog project right now, but can now be traded on Change Finance. So like we're seeing a lot of stuff coming very frequently right now, which is good. But it does depend on the market sentiment. We've got rate cuts. The so-called government shutdown seemingly had been averted. We have positive data regarding inflation, which suggests that the Fed may change their stance on there only being 2 rate cuts next year. The markets are still cooling off, as expected. We could hopefully see, and again, stuff we talked about with the traders pro analysis in the Patreon section, talking about where we could see the market going, and therefore where we could see potentially some big trades coming through very, very soon. Should Bitcoin hold 92k, that could be a sign of a lot of, liquidity flooding into the other projects again, being a very strong level of support and seeing money start to be able to flood back in. And then we could be a great time to also capitalize on that and make more money. Be through other means, and then also if you choose to cycle that into your long-term convictions. That's what I've been doing personally, making profit and cycle it into Kaspa. Great time to buy it. Yeah, I mean, I would argue it is as well. 11 cents, 12 cents Kaspa, very, very cheap. Right now it's undervalued by 62% in accordance to the power law. Very undervalued. And also to mention as well, there's going to be some more money printing, I'm sure, as well, happening in the future as well. Kaspa Bitcoin has a chance for the weekly bull derive if we hold the level. I mean, yeah, ultimately as well, if you look at it, there aren't many projects in this space that can say they outperform Bitcoin. There aren't many in the space at all that can say they outperform Bitcoin, but Kaspa, while struggling, and actually I say that, this is the first time ever in history, well, the second time actually, which is actually a very interesting thing here. Kaspa now, for the first time, or second time even, because it happened at the very beginning, has now dropped below, and Bitcoin's outperforming Kaspa. That's probably also why a lot of people are flooding Kaspa right now. It's like, oh no, Kaspa no longer outperforming Bitcoin anymore. The last time that happened, dropped down, and then saw back, and then you saw Kaspa go on a massive rally. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying I'm keeping an eye out, but I think Kaspa is far from done. Personally, not financial advice once more. I choose to hold. I have my Kaspa hold. The truth is, I don't look at my Kaspa bag very often. I hold my Kaspa bag and just leave it there, and I just cover the chart I cover the news quite frequently, but I'll talk about many other things, other products that I do have belief in as well. Information once more that I provide in my server. Hoping for a 5 cents Kaspa during the bear, and I think that does heavily depend on where Kaspa peaks the cycle. Equally, yes, once more there could be a case we don't see it come back to another sort of bear cycle. You've got to keep your mind open to the possibility of that. Yo, my man, welcome back to the stream. I'm satisfied with this dip. I filled all the limit orders I had set since the 17th of November 2024. I've commented several times on your live streams writing about the fact that decent dips are inevitable. Take the opportunity while you can, capture the future, and good future you ensure now. I mean, yeah, you did some very good calls, my man. Ultimately, the whole time when I've been doing these streams, I've stated, as any person who does TA will state, I think this could happen, but again, anything's possible. I stated that Kaspa breaking this zone here for the first time in 4 months is a very bullish sign that we should start seeing it go higher. But again, anything's possible. If we start seeing some, market corrections, that will, deem it the other way. And Bitcoin has gone through a significant-ish correction over the past couple of days, down 10%. Bitcoin may come down to this level here. If it can hold 92k, I'll be very, very bullish going into the new year, when you're going to start seeing, again, bills being probably approved in about 2 weeks' time. And more bills coming out as well. I'd be very, very bullish. We are at the lows. Kaspa's going to pump soon. Just need Trump to get in. I agree. I do agree. Can you explain how exactly smart contracts are going to pump the price of Kaspa? What mechanism? I can do my best. So, with smart contracts, you will see a lot of the projects that KRI have ready, like Gigawatt, like Asset Mint, like Warp Core, and I'm sure many, many more. With smart contracts, you'll see a lot of those projects that have been developed already launch pretty much instantly. I'd like to imagine. Of course, I'll make more announcements around the time. So that will allow the institutions to get more involved into Kaspa's platform with their institutional clients, which again, they seem very, very optimistic and bullish on these projects already, which would be a very big deal. With smart contracts as well, you'll see other developers being able to build on top of Kaspa as well, getting more and more involved. You'll see, the likes of stablecoins being able to position and, jump on top of Kaspa, because Kaspa's network will continue to improve and it will be better in security, speed, cost, and centralization. Retail don't care about that. But of course, as I mentioned, we're not in a retail-driven market, we're an institutional-driven market. But take that be as it may. Let's just say it's retail we need. Retail don't care about smart contracts. What they care about is price action, as we can tell, because that's why there's so much fun about Kaspa right now. If you see developer build on top of Kaspa, more volume flooding into Kaspa because of institutions like the KRI getting more involved with Kaspa as well, that will increase retail sentiment of the project, increasing more liquidity, more volume, more money flooding into the project. That will send Kaspa price higher as well. And increased demand, while supply is not increasing much as well, will increase the overall price. We can see that the demand is not really there for Kaspa, but the adoption has only been growing this whole time. The adoption has not faltered. So the adoption for Kaspa is still there, the demand is growing, but it's not outweighing the supply of Kaspa. Not yet, at least. But as Kaspa follows Bitcoin, we'll see tides turn in due time as well. Kaspa's been stagnant for a year, If we are to compare it to the likes of Bitcoin, obviously, different market, different sentiment like now, but even take it from here. From March to October, we saw Bitcoin come down. Everyone's like, oh, Bitcoin's over, it's dead. Here, that's Bitcoin if we're talking about. Kaspa's in the bull cycle, yes, but it's also a new project. Things will come back in due time, I believe. But smart contracts enable stablecoins, that alone changes the ecosystem. Again, that's also, smart contracts changes the game for Kaspa. Completely changes the game for Kaspa. It does so much for allowing it to get so much more involved in the crypto space. Kaspa needs stablecoins, which is why they're working on the Gigawatt, Gigacoin, and energy-based stablecoin. Yeah, I completely agree. Crypto goes to what's up, my man? Welcome back to the stream. Any new news? Ultimately, we see more developments in the space, regarding stuff like Trump here. saying he's going to deliver the largest tax cuts in history of the country will be a very big deal. You know, we've got other announcements regarding KRC20, a lot of big things coming to Kaspa Go seemingly as well, which is quite cool. We're seeing, you know, other developments regarding, you know, 10 BPS and what's happening with that as well, like this here. We've seen 4 new operations coming out soon, which is issues, burns, blacklist, and challenge, which will also be a big step towards the functionality of Tether and Circle for stablecoins on Kaspa. And stablecoins, to me, will be a crucial element for how dominant they are in the market and what they do for Kaspa Plus going forward as well. But that being said, I apologize once more for the iffy stream at the beginning. But that will be it for today's stream. Again, thank you everyone once more for joining. Can Kaspa reach top 10 this cycle? It sounds quite excessive, and I'm sure people are very much anti-Kaspa right now, which I get. But same thing I've heard every time. I've heard it before. I'm not worried. Kaspa might come down, but it's not out. There's no doubt that in my mind, I think Kaspa's, again, I could very well be wrong. I'm not a financial advisor, of course, but I don't think Kaspa's done here at all. I think it's got higher highs and coming. More to come, most definitely. And these developments will be significant for Kaspa and help it out in the future. If you want to learn more about other Kaspa developments and other crypto projects, and check out my server, once more, link in the chat. And if you want to know other ways to actively make money through trading and other more informative means, I guess, then you can by all means go check out my Patreon or my WAP here, and you know, get on board, because we're going to be hopefully making a lot of money. We've already made some very, very decent gains. Like we've had already put in some trades already that have made like 3 or 4 X's in a few hours. So it's been very, very good. But I hope you see you all tomorrow. Have a good day, good evening, good night. And yeah, take care now, everyone.